Cheers to that, Dumi, and thank you. I'm definitely looking forward to a chat with Jan Brai. But now it's time to get to know our chef, Chef Tjaart. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be on this show for a change.
I know. Listen, South Africa, we had to call on reinforcements because, whoa, from our sister show, Espresso, to being a judge for 3 seasons, I believe.
Absolutely,
of a very famous baking show. I mean, what brings you to our shores?
Well, you know, it's abundance of food, flavor, and fantastic people.
Speaking of which, I just have to find out a little bit more about you. You grew up in Zimbabwe, I believe.
Correct, yeah.
And I mean, whilst other 16-year-olds were growing some herbs, you also started growing your own herbs. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, herbs was just sort of a spin-off that came, you know, grew up on a farm in Zimbabwe, and my folks said, no TV, get out there and go and do something. And so herbs started to come up and grow those, and then it led me into the kitchen. Well, what do you do with this fantastic produce? Yeah. And so I started that many years ago. I won't quite give my age away now, but anyway, you know, and so that led me into the kitchen, and that's just sort of catapulted my food career from there. Wow,
and you have gone so far, far and wide, traveled the world. I mean, from cooking African cuisine quite proudly to being able to serve 5-course dishes, truly exquisite, unique stuff in glaciers, on icy glaciers. I mean, tell us about that.
Yeah, there's been some crazy things of destinations that I've gone to and cooking for people, you know, in a private capacity as well as a corporate side of things. But yeah, my travels have taken me predominantly to Europe, and yeah, as you say, onto glaciers for lunch, and that's, you know, these sort of extreme things.
I cannot imagine the huge role that traveling plays in your life and the experiences you've been able to not only give yourself, but give those that are just enjoying your food. So can you tell me about maybe like one highlight?
Oh, I think there's lots of highlights there, and they're all very different at the end of the day. You know, it's meeting new people. I think that's where, for me, it's that network. Yeah. And you know, for anybody out there, I really encourage you, build up that network and yearn on that, because that's what's going to take you, you know, places. That's what's going to take you further at the end of the day. So build it up, and it'll take you places, to great destinations, to meet other new people, to experience life in a completely different sort of genres.
I love that. But at the end of the day, COVID came through, 2020. It shook the hospitality industry to its core. So how have you found it? How have you been able to navigate, especially in a private chef capacity?
Well, you know, obviously I've had to go through that experience of where things just dry up. The tap just gets turned off. I mean, I used to travel. I mean, I looked at, where was it, sort of 2019, 84 flights is what I did in that year. And now to literally go into 2020, I think it was 6, and this year I still haven't flown yet. But, you know, what's happened now and what's great to see, and as we start to open up, for me, what's lovely is everyone's traveling here. We have clients with, you know, an incredible budget that wants to come and experience South Africa still, but have all-exclusive, very sealed-in kind of environment. And that's where private chefing, for me, is starting to pick up. It's still very slow, but it is starting to happen. You know, people are coming in their private jets. They're taking over villas. They want the private chef. They want a butler. They want to be protected. They want to be safe in this crazy world that we are living in. So that's starting to, you know, starting to grow. And those are the first people that are really starting to travel. And then hopefully, as time goes on, more and more people will come, and so, you know, private chefs out there will be able to get more and more business. But look, it's not all, you know, it's all not all sort of smiles and happiness. It's tough, but you got to keep focused, you got to keep creative, and you just got to keep going.
Just got to keep going. And what I love about you is that you've mentioned about your network quite a bit in this conversation. And a lot of people say your network is your net worth. So speaking about your net worth, you love to give back.
Absolutely.
You love skills development.
Yeah, it's one of those sort of things you want to teach the next generation. And that, to me, is what's so important is, you know, we all have this sort of tendency, you know, from the corporate side, you know, teach the adults. But what about the kids, those that are really eager to learn what's going out there? And food in particular, there is so many different genres. You know, you can be a retail chef, you can be a restaurant chef, you can be a private chef, you can be a product developer, you can, you know, be a TV chef, and so it goes on and on and on. Yeah. And it's just giving people some basic tools just to understand and sort of entice them in some ways, but also understand the reality of what it takes to be a chef or to work in the food space, but just sort of open the horizons, because it is more than just working in a restaurant or in a hotel. So yeah, I'm about teaching kids, exposing them to things, empowering them with some really good tools to actually get them to understand what is out there, and hopefully in turn give them an opportunity to make a final decision that's the right one for them.
Absolutely. Now, Chef, it seems like you're just such a wealth of knowledge, such a wealth of experience. We're only scraping the surface when it comes to Chef Tjaart. So I'm very much looking forward to our masterclass with you as we focus on rough pastries.
Oh, I can't wait to teach you.
Neither can I. Trust me, neither can I. Now, Chef Tjaart's amazing experience has turned him into the chef he is today. From bespoke dining experiences for his international jet-setting clientele to having lunch on a glacier in Switzerland, this masterclass with Chef Tjaart is one you do not want to miss. Now, on social media, we are asking you, savory or sweet? You can literally put anything into a pie. So what's your favorite filling? Don't forget to use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. Now, the world of pies is so diverse, as we've mentioned. So coming up, Chef Tjaart is opening up the deliciousness to rough puff pastry.